It started off with pop, and that was all I listened to for years.
My dad would listen to, like, he was a giant Oasis fan because he grew up obviously like in the 90s. So he was like a big Oasis fan, big Blur fan.
Well, my grandparents are all into country sort of stuff, which is not at all up my alley. But my mum really likes David Bowie.
He would have listened to Alan Parsons, Chris de Burgh, Electric Light Orchestra, and a wee bit of like 90s rave stuff. He had a lot of like DIY tapes from the 80s.
And then my mum more Billy Joel, ABBA.
Then my dad introduced me to like rock and metal, and that sort of took over.
I kind of like switched about because like my mum would have listened to something completely different to like my dad, but like with my mum I would listen to the likes of Bon Jovi or Guns N' Roses, and then my dad was into Backstreet Boys. It was very, very different.
My parents, my dad was obviously the rock and metal. He loved like Metallica, Black Sabbath, all that sort of music. And then my mum, she would be more all like the dance electronic.
Then when I was about 8 years old, I got heavily into Michael Jackson.
I like a lot of kind of like 70s, like Bowie, David Bowie.
Elliott Smith. I love Elliott Smith.
Ariana Grande.
Dawes from California.
I'm very into Billie Eilish or the likes of Chapel Roan, you know, very, very new artists.
Up in them today, I've got Cryptopsy up here, and I've got Nile on the trackies there too. Death metal bands I really, really like.
We used to go to the Caravan every Easter, and for some reason I always connect that to Adele. I don't know why, but like that, like, because it's in Newcastle, it's a 2-hour drive or something from my house, so I just have such vivid memories driving to the Caravan and just like belting Adele on the way when I was like really little.
Whenever I was younger, Dancing Queen, it was always played. It was my granny's favourite, and I remember one specific memory. It was I want to say my 10th birthday, and my granny had that playing, and she got up and she was like dancing away with me, and we were just dancing in the living room, and it was such a happy memory, and it's just every time I listen to that song now, that's like the only thing that comes in my head.
On the concerts and stuff, like a lot of those kind of memories.
Recently I went to Pixies, which was such an experience because I got there early and I got like front barrier.
I've seen Billie whenever I went to see her, from just listening to her in my room or just out like in school or whatever. Yes, I had that sort of connection to like her songs, like certain songs, and like they really helped me through some tough times.
I remember I first went to see Ariana Grande in concert in 2013. I was only 6 at the time, and she teased a new song, and that song has been my favourite ever since.
I've been to a lot of like local gigs, like I've been to 1 or 2 HMV ones and a lot of Oh Yeah gigs.
I have seen multiple West End shows and ones in the Grand Opera House. And I think that with live music, you can really feel the emotion that the performers are putting out.
It was only a week after the concert I fully got my hearing back. That's how like loud the music was.
It's like, oh my gosh, like I've listened to this girl for so long and now I'm like seeing it live. It's a completely different experience.
Because it completely, like from that moment I was like, she's my favourite artist.
And then even after I seen her live, anytime I listen to certain songs that she played at her concert, that it just takes me back to the concert, and it was just such a good day. It was like, you know, it just makes everything 10 times better.
The more you come away from like electronics and technology, it's the more like humanness there is in it, you know, where it's as they played it, it's not being, you know, quantized electronically and all put together, so it's all perfect.
I completely believe that it was better with the older generation of artists because everything was done live, and now you get things where it's all sampled or pre-recorded.
The quality of everything has improved so much. Like now you can find remastered songs of older ones that improves everything a lot. You can get so much better quality. It works so much better for the devices and gear we have for listening to music today, it just improves.
For mainstream music, I think it's been a massive downfall. Like the new Wicked movie came out, and I forget what the song's called, but you know, like the popular, you're gonna be popular. That song, when Ariana Grande sings it, when she sings it, you can hear the auto-tune in it, and it's horrendous. It's so bad.
For some ways, I think it's made it better because there's a whole lot of new ways for people to have different like beats in the backgrounds of their songs. I don't think it's really changed the likes of lyrics, but even the likes of auto-tune, people use that to their advantage, which I've found even going to concerts and stuff, you know, you'll listen to a song, you're like, oh my god, their voice is amazing, and then you'll see them live and it's like, you actually can't sing.
It would be Red Hot Chili Peppers, Oasis, Foo Fighters. I just think they've had such a big impact on the music industry. And the Beatles, they were the biggest influence. If it wasn't for the Beatles, we wouldn't have some of the artists we did today and the music that we have.
I would have loved to be like my mum in my mum's place and seeing them live. Like she's seen Bon Jovi live, so would have loved to be in her position seeing that live. Whereas I've only ever listened to it on Spotify. So yeah, but it's definitely. Oh, I would have loved to listen to that sort of stuff.
A song that has helped me through a lot of hard times in my life is Still Unbeaten Life by Gang of Youths.
That's a hard pick.
Oh, flip. I've never actually thought about this.
Vienna by Billy Joel.
Roman Candle by Elliott Smith.
Everything in its right place by Radiohead.
It's Thrift Shop by Macklemore. Because there's a specific lyric in that. It's whenever he's talking about, I wear your granddad's clothes, I look incredible. Every single person, like all my friends and stuff, they're all like, I have a very specific style, and I have this one big jacket that I actually got in a thrift shop that looks like a Granda jacket. So that's my song.
I would say Breathing by Ariana Grande, because no matter, I've always found myself in a situation where if I'm like nervous about something, put that song on. Yeah, and I'm completely calm. But I get like that quite a lot, so I'm always listening to that song. But I'm also telling other people like, you're gonna be okay. But it's also a song about getting better and having the career that you wanted. So I feel like right now, that's sort of where I'm at. So definitely Breathing by Ariana Grande.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you tomorrow.